So tantrums are tough. I think what's really important with tantrums is for, again, the parent to be calm. Being a parent is really hard, isn't it? You always have to be calm. So to be calm, to get down on the preschooler's level, and what I like to do is put one hand on each shoulder like this, and just get close to them, and say, you're screaming and I can't understand your words and it's hurting my ears and I need for you to calm down. And you can model calming down for them. So you can, let's take some big belly breaths. Let's really breathe deeply. Sometimes thinking about something else works a lot. So remember that time, a little distraction. Remember that time we went to the park and Mickey Mouse came and gave you a big hug. Some sort of diversion tactic can work. And then if you've gone through that a couple times and that doesn't work, sometimes active ignoring is really good. And so what I mean by that is you identify, look, I understand that you're upset. I understand that you're having some feelings, but I can't talk to you about it right now because you're screaming. So I'm going to give you some space, and you sort of move over and do something else. You're not making any eye contact with them. You're not having physical contact with them, and give them the space to kind of tantrum out. If they're sort of hurting themselves or hurting someone else, then you probably want to hold them a little bit. I don't believe in letting children destroy furniture or throw things or hit other people. So if their tantrums get to the point where they're that bad, I'd like to sort of do bear hugs, kind of arm across behind them, and with that, just telling them I can let you go when you calm down. And sometimes that works, but you really have to find out the sort of the strategy that works best with your kid, because there are lots of different ones. What I've done in a session before is a kid was screaming and crying and yelling and jumping, and so I did the same thing, and they were so shocked by the behavior, like, well, what are you doing? And what was really interesting is what they said to me is, maybe you need to take some breaths. Maybe you need to use your belly breathing. My ears can't hear you if you're yelling. So sometimes when we don't think they're paying attention, they are. But tantruming is a pretty, it's a difficult thing. I think eventually you can get to the point where if a child is tantruming, there needs to be some sort of consequence for that. So usually it's a timeout or a break. And I like to do a minute per age. So if they're 2 minutes. If they're 3 minutes. And then afterwards talk about it and talk to them about what they need to do the next time instead of tantruming to get what they want.